Hello and welcome to the How To series. I'm Tim from Eat Media.
And I'm Ineke from Ambition Social.
Today, in tip number 30, we're talking about how to get better on camera.
Tip number 30, that's a real milestone.
That is, cool. Isn't it? Yeah, fire. Do you know, when was the first one we did, do you reckon?
The first one was sitting at the couch over here, and it was about boosting.
Ineke, what's your top strategic tip for the week?
My top strategic tip for the week would be, if you've never boosted a post before on Instagram, give it a go.
That's right.
It was winter. Oh, it was a cold month because we were dressed in winter clothes.
We were. That was your first bundle shoot, I think?
It was,
yeah. So maybe April?
Yeah, you guys really threw me in the deep end.
Yeah, we
doing
did.
The strategic tips on top of the bundle shoot.
Now look at us. At tip 30. So you wanted to chat about how to get better on camera. This is something that's, I guess, hasn't been where you began. And now due to the way social media marketing is, you've got to be on camera yourself. So that's probably been quite a journey for you. What are your big takeaways?
It has. So I thought this was something that would be really valuable to discuss because a lot of business owners are realizing that it's important to be visible on their social media, but not everyone's super comfortable on camera. And I know I certainly wasn't when I first started filming videos for Ambition, and I even filmed some videos pre-Ambition as well. And it doesn't, when the camera's pointing at your face, it can be quite daunting, especially if you don't do it often. So I thought I'll share 3 tips to help the people watching this video, help them get a little bit more comfortable if they do need to be on camera for their business, or if they decide to take that leap and to test out filming some content for their business.
Awesome. Now the pressure's on for this one because I have spent a bit of time in front of the camera, so I will be critiquing your answers along the way.
Fun fact, Tim is a professional actor, so he's very accomplished both in front of and behind the camera. And even more fun and very random fact, but my younger brother and Tim both have had long stints on Neighbours.
Yeah, that's right. So, the pressure's on now for me to be able to go through these tips with you. So thanks for switching the pressure from you back onto me.
Pleasure.
So what have we got?
So tip number 1 is a really important one and something that people might not think about. So you might be thinking, okay, I've got to be on camera, so I'm going to wear maybe day to day for work. For example, if you own a construction company or you work with your hands, then you might be used to wearing fairly casual clothes at work. But then you've got a video shoot coming up and you think, okay, I've got to dress appropriately for the video shoot, and you turn up in like a suit or a button-up shirt or something like that. And the first tip is to wear clothes that you feel comfortable in. Rather than dressing as you think you should for a video shoot, wear something that you feel comfortable in. If you're not used to being on camera and you go and you wear, say, a button-up shirt, you might feel quite stifled, and that will affect how you actually appear on camera. So if you normally wear a t-shirt to work, then iron your t-shirt and wear a nice t-shirt in front of the camera. That wasn't a dig at you.
No, my plan was to change t-shirts before this, and I didn't. So here we are. That is so true. The comfort is key, and I reckon that we can take a bit of that into our day-to-day lives. Like if you're heading out to like a function or something where you may feel nervous, if you're not feeling good, like that's half the battle. So like start again. Make sure you're feeling good before you walk out that door, and you'll feel way better in that environment. Same too in front of camera, like at least that step is taken care of. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Exactly. And like I said, it's counterintuitive because you think I've got to dress up to be in front of the camera. But if you're not comfortable, it will come across really clearly on camera.
Yeah, for sure. And there's no rules around that sort of thing. Like back in the day, everyone would wear a suit to work all the time, like full dapper. Whereas now, even the most corporate of jobs, I think they're pretty casual. On a Friday might be jeans and a polo and smart boots or whatever. So like there's no real, like, you don't have to do anything. So I agree with that. Just feel comfortable.
No, there's no formula to that. And I think the pandemic influenced that quite a bit too. Influenced what we feel comfortable wearing to work.
Yeah, for sure. Because half the time some people might be working and being on Zoom in their pajamas while they're at work. So things have changed. Tip number 2.
So tip number 2 is to prepare in advance. So if you've got a shoot coming up and you're going to be on camera, don't turn up on the day unprepared because that's going to make you really nervous. So if you know that you've got to be on camera, even if you're not 100% sure what you're going to say, then jot down some dot points before the shoot and bring those dot points with you to the shoot. So you've got something to refer to so that when the camera's on you, your mind doesn't go blank.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing more nerve-wracking than turning up to a shoot and just feeling underprepared, and it will make any thoughts that you have just disappear out of your mind.
Yeah, totally.
It's like, I guess, it's the equivalent of learning your script for a movie shoot or a TV shoot versus turning up underprepared.
Yeah.
So just lowering your anxiety by jotting down some notes about what you might want to say if you're going to talk about your business on camera.
Yeah, it can really help. And as if it's not something that if they're not used to doing that, it's not that hard to start to push yourself to do those sorts of things, like running your lines, like going through, if you've written out your script, just read it out loud for starters, and then maybe do that 5 or 6 times, and then maybe look at a way of introducing a little bit of like pizzazz to it as well. So if you're worried about how you're going to come across on camera, make sure there's a bit of life and energy to how you're rehearsing it, because if you're not used to being on camera, 9 times out of 10, as soon as the camera rolls, you're probably going to lose 50 to 60% of your pizzazz just through nerves. So if you've practiced it with a little bit more enthusiasm, then at least you've got that muscle memory of where you could take it.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way of putting it. If you've done the preparation, then you can feel comfortable to actually be yourself on camera because you're not working so hard to work out what you're going to say.
Yeah.
You already know what you're going to say, and then you just got to deliver it. So that's a really, really good point.
For sure. And you can be so much more present. You're not sort of, you're just in that moment rather than being partly in the moment and also thinking, oh yeah, what was I going to talk about next? Your mind's split and it's stressful enough as it is. So
exactly. And a bonus point on that same tip is you could always speak to your videographer, as I've done a few times before, and say, Tim, can we hire a teleprompter?
Yep.
So if you're like, oh my goodness, even if I jot down the dot points or remember my script, I'm still going to freeze on the day, then there are these fantastic devices called teleprompters that can have your script appear on the screen. It appears on a separate screen, like on an iPad, and you can actually look straight at the camera and your words, your script will come up on screen.
Yeah.
So that's a super handy tool, and if you're really nervous about the shoot, then I highly recommend speaking to a professional about hiring a teleprompter. For
sure, yeah, it's a good tool, and there's even things that might help make someone feel more comfortable. I was talking to a friend the other day about doing a wedding speech, and he was saying that he quite likes having a lectern to just have there, like even just some sort of barrier or something stable to hold on to might help someone, and that might be holding a pen or whatever it may be. Like,
actually, that's a
use
great
those
point.
things.
Yeah, working out what to do with your hands so that you're not there trying to work out where to put your hands on the day, sitting on
my
your
hands
hands.
doing this.
Once you get comfortable, then you're quite happy to do the hand gestures.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that experience, then having a teleprompter or a pen or iPad to hold on to will make a big difference.
Yep. There's no shame in that.
No,
whatever makes it easier.
Not.
Number 3.
Oh, sorry, another bonus tip that just popped into my head as well.
Well, how lucky are our viewers? They're getting bonus tips as well as the actual tips.
So
what have we got?
2B is practice with a family member or a friend or a staff member the day or the night before the shoot. So if you're really nervous, then just stare at your family member, pretend they're the camera, and practice delivering your lines or your script to them.
Yep, that is so handy. There's something to be said about that random external pressure of just having someone else listening, and that I've done that with even editing a video. You can watch it 100 times, and then you bring someone in to come and watch it, you see it with fresh eyes. So yeah, sometimes just having that other person to be there can help a lot. Even if they're not giving input, you can just kind of maybe hear what they must be hearing, or that's 2B. I like
2B,
that.
yeah.
That's maybe my favorite tip so far. Now 3A.
So 3, there's only one for 3. And this one
for now,
may be perceived as being a little bit more for the ladies in the audience, but really it's for anybody. And that is, if you're nervous about the shoot, then book in a hair appointment, get your makeup done, or do both, so that you turn up on the shoot feeling your best.
Yeah, cool.
So you're not stressing about your hair or your makeup or your outfit on the day.
Yep.
Just book it in, because then
Yeah.
you'll feel $1 million and that will resonate on camera.
Yep, for sure. And like, have a bit of fun with the shoot. Like, turn it into a bit of an experience. If you are a bit nervous, like, make it a fun thing, and that might mean booking in a bit of that downtime. And I know myself, recently I've just been on a shoot in front of the camera, and I've spent a bit of time in the makeup chair with these fake tattoos, and the makeup artist would keep saying to me, "Oh, sorry, this must be so boring sitting here for a while." And I was saying, this is the best, because with busy lives, families, business, shooting, all that sort of thing, to be able to just sit and have someone else doing what they have to do is almost like forced relaxation. So
absolutely,
I can get around that.
Yeah, so that's what I do before a shoot. I do all three of those things, all three of those tips that I've just shared, to make sure that I can nail it every time. And you're right, it is very nice getting your hair done on the day of the shoot. It's super relaxing and well worth it.
Do you have your early days footage?
I do, and it's terrible.
Roll the tape.
Hi, I'm Ineke from Ambition Consultants. We provide support in the areas of marketing and business development to busy business owners. That's me reacting to it just now.
Look how far you've come.
No, I do actually have a video that was very kindly shot for me by the Water Pro team. So it was just as I was starting Ambition. I was fresh-faced. I'd been a consultant for quite a few years before that, but it was very different to starting Ambition and becoming an agency. And I shot a video just before I started, and I look back on that now and I cringe, because they actually sprung it on me on the day. I was on a podcast, and they said, "How about we just help you shoot a promo video?" So I did it on the spot. And I'm so grateful for that. But yeah, without that sort of preparation, then it just doesn't come across as well as these videos do now.
Did you posted that during the year? I think.
Did, yeah.
It was good. It was really good.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I don't think the journey is going to be that drastic, but time will tell.
Yeah, exactly.
So no little sub tips within category 3. Actually, I've got a question.
Yeah.
Your nails are always very flashy.
Oh, thank you.
Little plug for
Peach and Love Nails in St Agnes, Hypertrea, who's a follower actually of Ambition.
Yeah, good.
Yep. So
is she a lurker though?
Is she a what? Sorry?
A lurker?
No, she comments on our videos, so she's not. She's an active participant.
Good on you.
Yeah, no, she's great. So yes, by far the best nails I've ever had.
Yep. There you go. 3B.
Yeah,
Get your
exactly.
nails done. Beautiful. Well, there you go. That's how you can get more comfortable on camera. So if you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. If you're liking these videos, hit that notification bell so you get told that there's a fresh one up there. Leave us a comment or just like the video. All these little metrics really help us carry over to the next episode.
And share with a business owner friend who you know has a video shoot coming up, because they might be nervous about it, and hopefully these tips will help.
Yeah. See you next time.